Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elise and I am your yoga teacher. Today we have a slow flow with a focus on lower back release. So if you have lower back pain, this is ideal for you. It's going to be very gentle, nice stretches for that area of your back. If you have a blanket or a towel that you can fold, that would be really nice. So we will use it to elevate the hips and to create more space. So go grab what you need. It can also be a cushion, a hard cushion if you had that. And I will see you on your mat. We actually start today on your back with butterfly legs. So you can join the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop on each side. With the arms are alongside the body with the palm facing up. Make sure here that the head, the neck, the spine and the tailbones are aligned. Make sure that you're comfortable here. And we start by taking a long deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And one more time, big breath in and slowly breathe out. Come back to a natural and simple breath. And let's take a moment here to settle on our mat. And you can start by having a quick body scan from the crown of the head to the tip of the toes. Just observing how your body is feeling today. Observe if there are any area of tension, any area of discomfort. And if you find any, you can breathe through that area. With every exhale, you can loosen up this area. And now maybe you can check in with the breath. Just observe your breath. Observe your belly and your chest rising as you inhale and falling as you exhale. You don't have to change anything, you can just observe. Observe if your breath is deep or shallow. And here you can set an intention for your practice today. What brings you on your mat? What can yoga do for you? And when we set an intention, it's like we plant a little seed. It stays there with us and it grows. Now take a deep breath. And exhale. One more time. Take the deepest breath you can and hold it at the top. Hold it, creating space in the lungs. And slowly, very slowly exhale. Now come back to gentle breathing. You can bring the feet flat on the floor so the knees are pointing towards the ceiling, and you can gently open your eyes. And now you can draw the knee to the chest. You can wrap your arms around the knees, and here you can gently start to rock from left to right. Gentle movements here to massage the lower back and massage the spine. Maybe you want to make a little rotation with the knees. Take movement here that feels comfortable and natural to you. Alright, now come back to the center if you were in a moving position. Now place both hands around the right knee and drop the left foot on the floor. So the left knee is bent, pointing towards the ceiling. Now slide the hands behind the thigh and gently start to press the thigh, to press the knee towards the shoulder. Gentle squeeze here. You can activate the right foot, releasing the hip flexors, and now very gently start to straighten the right leg towards the ceiling. Go very gently. You might still have tight hamstrings. We'll work on that during today's class. And maybe you can walk your hands towards the ankle, towards the calf muscle, a little higher. And so you can gently press the leg towards your chest. Make sure you keep the shoulders on the floor, so don't leave the shoulders. Your foot is still active with the heel pointing towards the ceiling and the toes towards your face. Good. Alright. Now if you want, you can now squeeze the belly towards the floor and lift the shoulders off the floor and bring the nose towards the knee and the forehead towards the shin. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, release the shoulders. Slide the hands back behind the thigh. And now place the right ankle over the top of the left knee and free your hands. We'll do recline pigeon from here. So now lift the left foot off the floor. And with both hands, interlace the fingers on top of the left shin. Activate both feet. You can grab under the thigh if you want, or on top of the shin. You activate both feet and you gently pull the left knee towards the chest. And you should feel that on the right side. Observe here where you can feel this. Be an observer during the practice. Observe how the body is feeling. Observe the sensations. Now take a big inhale. Exhale, drop the left foot on the floor. Extend the arms 90 degrees from the body in the T position. And now we twist. We twist to the right. So the left foot brings the right foot. Bring the left knee towards the right side for a gentle twist. And the right foot keeps the knee towards the floor. And you gaze to the opposite side. So your gaze is towards the left. When we twist, we want to breathe deeply through the belly, so deep belly breath. Now tuck the belly, bring the legs up to the center, release the right foot on the floor, and now with both hands, you grab the left shin and you bring the knee towards the shoulders, squeeze the knee towards the thigh towards the chest. You really want to use some muscles here to have a nice stretch. Activate the left foot and the right foot stays on the floor with the knee pointing forward, pointing up towards the ceiling. And breathe, don't forget to breathe. Now slide the hands and grab the back of the thigh and gently start to lift the leg with the heel pointing towards the ceiling and the toes towards your face, and we're going gentle here. We're really only warming up. We want to protect the lower back. You can really gently pull towards the chest. And now if you want, you can bring the hands a little higher, maybe behind the calf muscle or maybe behind the ankle, wherever you are in your practice, but don't lift the shoulders. Keep the shoulders and the head on the floor. And again, observe where you can feel this in the leg, maybe in the calf muscle, maybe in the back of the leg. Now tuck the belly, so squeeze the navel towards the spine. Lift the shoulders if you want. You can lift the shoulders, bring the nose towards the knee and the chin toward the forehead. Inhale and exhale, release. Good. Now bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh for reclined pigeon. Lift the right foot off the floor. The left hand slides underneath the left calf and you interlace both hands on top of the right shin. Activate both feet and gently bring the thigh towards the chest. And again, maybe you can even close your eyes here and observe where you can feel this on the left side. Keep the tailbone on the floor, don't leave the tailbone. Now take a big breath in. Exhale, release the right foot on the floor, extend the arms in a T position. We'll twist to the left, so the left foot, bring the right knee towards the left, and you gaze towards the right. So the foot really maintains the knee towards the floor. And remember, when we twist, we want to breathe deeply through the belly, sending oxygen to the digestive organs. Good detox pose. Now squeeze the belly, use the core to bring the knees up to the center. Release both feet on the floor. Alright, now bring the knees towards the chest and cross your ankles. And the left hand grabs the right foot and the right hand grabs the left foot. Good, and you maintain them towards the buttocks, so they're not lifted towards the ceiling. They're really towards the bum. And now you can roll on your back from the bottom of the spine to the tailbone. You roll 5 times on the spine, and the 5th time you can come to a seated position. Alright, and from the seated position, you can grab your towel or your cushion and you can actually sit on it, so you elevate nicely the hips. And here, see if you can avoid crossing your ankles. Maybe it's not possible, but see if you can bring your ankles one in front of the other and not on top of the other. Alright. Now, bring your hands on your shoulders with the arms parallel to the floor, and from here we'll twist. So we'll do the few first together and then you can continue on your own. You inhale and you twist to the left, this is your left, and you exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale on one side, exhale on the other side. And you really want to twist from the bottom of the spine. You can pick up the pace if you want. Inhale on one side, you can even close the eyes and really visualize your torso twisting from the navel, from the bottom of the spine. Inhale on one side, exhale on the other side. A few more. And come back to the center. Good, and release. Now bring the hands in front of you, and from here we'll fall forward. It's always easier with the hips elevated. And bring the arms and the hands in front of you. You can stay here with extended arms, or maybe you can drop the forearms on the floor, or maybe you can even drop the forehead on the floor. But wherever you are, don't hold tension in the neck. Try to keep the head relaxed, the shoulders relaxed, and the hips on the floor. Deep breathing here. Alright, now in whatever variation you are, walk your hands to the right and the torso to the right. You could even place the right hand on the left hand on top of the right, feeling a nice stretch on the left side. Breathing deeply, no tension in the neck, no tension in the shoulders. Now gently walk the hands to the center. And now we go to the other side. You walk your torso and your hands to the left thigh, and the right hand come on top of the left if you want to, feeling a deeper stretch on the right side. And breathe. One more full breath. Now walk your hands back to the center and back towards the feet, so you can lift the torso up. Alright, well done, good. Now come on all fours. Whoopsie. We'll just take a few rounds of cat-cows to warm up the spine, so the wrists right underneath the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and the feet disappear behind the knees. Open the fingers wide, don't collapse the shoulders. Press on your hands so you can gently dome the upper back. Now on an inhale, very slowly, drop the belly, arch the back. Lift the tailbone and open your heart. Exhale, press on your hands, tuck the tailbone, round the upper back, squeeze the navel towards the spine. Tuck the chin. And again, inhale, arch, open the heart, open the chest, tailbone lifted, gentle gaze forward, and exhale, round. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, feel your shoulder blades separating here. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Slowly, mindfully, and come back to a neutral spine. Alright, from here we'll take our first down dog of today. So tuck all 10 toes. Open the fingers wide if they're not. Press on your knuckles. Press on your fingertips. Now hover the knees from the floor. Lift the tailbone, lift the hips, and straighten the legs. And here you can walk your dog. Downward dog is an excellent pose for lower back pain. But you want to have the right alignment, so we'll check that in a moment. For now, you can move your hips, move the heels, move the knees. Take any movement that your body is craving for in this first down dog. And now come to an unmoving dog, and we'll check your alignment for a second. So the middle fingers is pointing towards the front of the mat. You press on your hands so you can really have a straight spine. The head is loose, you can say yes and you can say no. The biceps are rolled outward and the shoulders are away from the ears. Navel is pressed in towards the spine, tailbone is lifted. You stretch the back of your legs and the heels are firmly planted in the floor. Maybe not today, maybe later, but that's the direction they want to have. Slow deep breath here. Alright, now you can gaze towards your hands and you can gently walk your feet towards the front of the mat. When you reach the front of the mat, you can bend your knees generously and you can grab opposite elbow to come in ragdoll pose. So the weight is more towards the toes. You can sway from side to side, or you can just dangle here, whatever is comfortable for you. Imagine you want to leave the footprint of your feet on the ground, so really press on your feet, press your feet down. Now if you're grabbing opposite elbow, let go, let the hand on the floor, keep your knees bent, and very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, you're going to unroll the spine. Slowly. Try to visualize your vertebrae stacking on top of each other, and the last thing that come up are shoulders and head. Alright, very nice. Now bring your feet 1 foot distance apart. So the heel in the arch of one of the foot, and then you know exactly the distance. Hands to the side. Your arms are activated, so your fingers point down. You lift your kneecaps so you engage the quads. Tailbone down, pelvis forward, strong core. Remember during this practice to always engage the core. We are working on the lower back, so you want to protect it. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Now inhale, reach your arms high. Hook the thumbs, I will face you. Hook the thumbs together. Inhale, reach higher, but drop the shoulders. Exhale to the left. Side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. One more time. Side bend to the left. Keep the shoulders aligned with the hips. Inhale, center. And exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. And release. When you release, you bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, press your hands towards the floor so you can open the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, Exhale, gently bend the knees and fall forward. The hands come over the head. See if you can maintain the palms of the hands together and the weight is more towards the toes. Deep breathing. Now press on the feet, rise up. Bring your arms towards the ceiling, they travel all the way up. And exhale, swan dive, hinge from the hips and fall forward. Bring the hands on the shin. Inhale, look halfway up with a flat back and a long spine. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, bring the hands on the floor. Right foot back. Left foot back. Find your high plank. We don't stay here long. Just for 2, 1. Knees on the floor. Shift the weight forward. Bend the elbows. Bring the chin and the chest on the floor. Slide your legs. Inhale for very gentle cobra here. Very gentle, we're not staying long. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the forehead on the floor. Tuck all 10 toes in your hands. Come onto all fours and press back to downward dog. Deep breathing here. Maybe you notice that this down dog is easier than the first one. Now inhale your right leg high. And when you exhale, you bring the right foot between your hands at the front of the mat. Good. Now inhale, open your chest, gentle gaze up. Press on the right foot, bring the left foot forward and fold. Press on the feet, inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Alright, let's do this on the left side. Inhale, rise up, find your tall mountain. Hinge from the hips. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, look halfway up, creating space. Now bend the knees, hands on the floor, left foot back, a big step. Now right foot back, find your high plank. Hold your belly in, squeeze the glutes and the thighs. We'll stay here for 2, 1. Knees on the floor, shift the weight forward, bend the elbows, bring the chin, the chest on the floor. Slide your legs, inhale, gentle cobra, very gentle cobra. Don't shrug the shoulders, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here, exhale, chest and forehead on the floor, tuck all 10 toes, come back to tabletop position and press back to downward dog. Take 3 slow deep breaths here. Stretching the spine, stretching the back of the leg, press the floor away from you. Sink your heart towards your thighs. Now inhale the left leg high. Exhale, left foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Sometimes we need several steps to do that and it's fine. Inhale, open the chest, gentle gaze forward. Press on the left foot, exhale, fall forward at the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up, all the way to the top. And exhale, hands to the heart. And release. Good, well done. That was 1 salutation and we only do 1 today. Now, come back to your mountain pose. Activate the fingers towards the floor, shoulders away from the ears. Remember that the standing pose Tadasana is what you should be looking for all the time. Now inhale, reach your arms high. And exhale, fall forward. Inhale halfway. Bend the knees, plant the hands on the floor. Right foot and left foot back. Find your high plank. Good. And now see if you can, from here, take a big inhale, and on the exhale, come back to your downward dog. Good. Check your alignment, feet, hips distance apart, middle finger pointing to the front of the mat. Now bring the right foot between your hands at the front of the mat, and set your left knee on the floor. Good. Now, the right foot goes towards the right side of the mat. So you slide the foot to the right foot to the right. So both hands are flat, right underneath your chest. Don't shrug the shoulders, press on your hands to lift the shoulder. Now tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee off the floor and slide the left knee as far back as you can, and you can flatten the left foot. So we are here in this variation of lizard pose. So we can stay here, gently softening the hips. You can maybe sway from side to side. Keep pressing on your hands, keep tucking the belly in so you protect the lower back. If you want here, you can try to bring your elbows and your forearms on the floor, feeling a deeper stretch, but you don't have to, you can stay on your hands. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Now come on your hands. Heel toe the right foot towards the center of the mat. So you're framing the foot and we counterpose that. Inhale to at the center, and when you exhale, bring the hips back, bring the hips above your knee, send the right toes up towards the ceiling, straight back here. Half split, feel a nice stretch in the back of the right thigh. You can stay here or you can fall forward, bringing the nose towards the knee, as long as you have a flat back. Now come back to the center, and now slide the right foot towards the left side of the mat for pigeon pose. So the right foot is on the left, bring the shin on the floor, slide the left leg as far back as you can, and here you can grab your pillow or you can grab your towel and you can place it underneath the right hip. If you feel like you're collapsing on the right hip, just squeeze that blanket or that towel under the hip. Now come on your hands, inhale, open your chest, and then maybe you can stay here or you can come on your forearms, and maybe you can stay here with the chest lifted, or you can bring the forehead on the forearms for a deep stretch. Remember to keep the belly tucked in. And to breathe. Now come back on your hands. Alright, good. And now you can actually sit on the right hip, so remove the blanket or the towel from behind the right hip, sit on the right hip, bring the left foot forward at the front of the mat, interlace the fingers and place the left foot in your hands. So here, you can stay here, lifting the shin off the floor. Don't collapse the shoulders, press the foot in the hand and the hand in the foot so you really have a long spine. Or you can straighten the leg. Wherever you are today, remember to keep your core engaged, navel to the spine, shoulders away from the ears, soft gaze, and you have a relaxed face. One more full breath. Slowly bend the knee, release the hands, and now bring the left foot behind the right heel. Bring the left hand behind you. Press on the left hand, inhale, stretch the hip forward, the left arm comes up and back. We find a gentle back bend here. Inhale and exhale, bring the bum back on the floor. Good. Now slide the left leg towards the back of the mat, tuck the toes, and from here make your way back to downward dog. Maybe you want to pedal your feet, you want to walk the dog for a second here. And we do this on the left side. Now bring the left foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Drop the right knee on the floor. You can flatten the top of the foot. And now bring the left foot towards the outside of the mat, towards the left side of the mat. Now actually you shouldn't have tucked the right toes. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee, and now see if you can slide the knee far back on the mat. And we stay here for lizard pose. Your hands are aligned with your foot, fingers widely open, and here maybe you can gently sway from side to side, feeling a nice opening in the hip. Keep a long spine, engage the core. Now if you want to go for a deeper stretch, you can bring the forearms and the elbows on the floor for another variation of lizard pose. Deep breathing, no tension in the neck. Now come back on your hands. Heel to the left foot back to the center, so your hands frame your foot, and we'll counterpose that. Inhale, open, and on the exhale, bring the hips towards the back of the mat. You can keep the hips aligned with the knee. The left toes are pointing towards the ceiling. You can stay here with your hands on the floor and your chest lifted, or you can take an inhale and exhale, fold forward over the left leg, closing the gap between the thigh and the chest, the nose towards the knee, and the forehead towards the shin. But you don't have to. You can also stay on your hands. Now inhale back to the center, and from here we take pigeon on this side. So heel to the left foot towards the right, bring the left shin on the floor, slide the right leg towards the back of the mat, and now maybe you want to bring the blanket and place it under the left hip so you don't collapse the hip on the floor. It's up to you. Now inhale, nice opening of the chest, long spine. Exhale, maybe bring the forearms on the floor. Stay here if you want to stay here, or maybe you can bring the forehead on the floor, or on the hands, on the arms, wherever you are in your practice today. And keep breathing deeply. Now come back on your hands. Release the thing from behind the hips, and you can sit on the left hip. You can bring the right foot forward, and again interlace the fingers. Place the right foot in your hand, and lift the calf muscle of the floor. Don't bring the shoulders in the air. Press on the foot so you can lift the shoulders and have a long spine. You can stay here, or you can straighten the leg towards the ceiling. Shoulders down, core engaged, nearer to the spine. Soft gaze forward and gentle breathing. Now bend the knee, bend the knee. Bring the right knee right, or actually it could be in the arch of the left foot or behind the, the heel. Left hand behind you. Press on the left hand so you can come on the knee, stretch the hip forward, the right arm comes up and back. Find a gentle back bend here, we don't stay too long. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hips back on the floor. And from here, there is no nice way to make you do that. Come on your belly. So actually you could try to find a nice way. So we could bring the knee on one side, hands forward, and gently slide ourselves on the belly. Yeah, there is always an elegant way to everything. Alright, and from here, we'll go to a Sphinx pose. So zip your legs together, point the toes towards the back of the mat, and bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders. The forearms are flat on the floor. You want to press your hips down, and so you have to squeeze the glutes. If your lower back is pinching, maybe you can move your arms a little bit more forward. And here, there is a very subtle movement I'd like you to do, is grab the floor with your hands and pull the floor towards you. So don't push it, pull it. You pull the floor towards you, so you see that the elbow go closer to the chest and the chest gently opens. Long neck, long spine, open the chest. Press the pelvis and the hips down on the floor, and send the belly button up and in towards the spine, so you protect the lower back. And you breathe. Now if you want a deeper stretch, you can extend the arms forward, lock the elbows, and come here into seal pose. The legs stay in the same position. Maybe you can play a little bit around here, as long as you don't find a pinch in the lower back. If it pinch, it's no good. You don't want it to pinch. So you can really see where your body is today. One more big inhale. And exhale, gently release. Bring the right cheek on the floor. And now bring the arms alongside the body with the palm facing up. Now we take lotus pose. So bring your forehead on the floor. Arms alongside the body with the palm facing up. Now again, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the belly and press your hips on the floor. Inhale, lift the chest off the floor. Maybe your legs are lifted off the floor and the arms are lifted on the side as well. You point the toes firmly towards the back of the room as well as the fingertips. Inhale. And exhale, lower down and turn the left cheek on the floor and rest. And we'll do this one more time. Bring the forehead on the floor. Press the big toes on the floor to start. Pubic bone, hips on the floor. Send your navel in towards the spine. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lift the chest. Gentle gaze forward. Press your hands towards the heels and the toes towards the back of the mat. Inhale and exhale, release, turn your head to the left. Now bring the hands forward and from here press yourself back to a child's pose position with the knees close to one another. So the hips go towards the heels. And here you want to press the floor away from you, so it's the opposite of what we did in Sphinx. So you have the hips going closer to the heels. I lose my words sometimes. Nice stretch in the lower back. From here now press on the hands, come back to a tabletop position. Check your alignment because from tabletop we go to downward dog. Wrist, shoulder, knees, hips, feet flat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips and downward dog. Now we'll take a little bit of standing position. Now inhale the right leg high and on the exhale bring the right foot forward between your hands. Come here in a low lunge, 90-degree angle on the right knee. Come on your fingertips. Inhale, rise up for a high lunge. Drop the shoulders down and open for warrior two. The back foot is turned in. You press on the other edge of the back foot. The right knee press towards the right so it doesn't collapse in. Shoulders away from the ears. Soft gaze past the middle finger. The hips forward and the tailbone is pointing down. Now straighten the front leg and from here we go to triangle pose, great lower back stretch. So hips going to the back of the mat, reach forward, reach, and then you can come into your triangle pose. Fingertips on the floor or you can gently rest the hand on the shin. Use the core so you don't collapse the chest. You really want here to roll the chest open, bring the hips forwards and the shoulders back. Engage the core. Gaze up or gaze down, wherever your neck is today. Big breath in. Exhale, release the left hand on the floor and frame the right foot with both hands. You can bring the left foot slightly more inward. Inhale here with a flat back and exhale for pyramid pose. The chest on the thigh, the knee towards the nose towards the knee and the forehead towards the shin. And here see if you can bring the left hip forward and the right hip back so you square your hips. Inhale halfway up. Now bend the right knee, slide the left leg off the floor, come into a low lunge. The right foot meets the left foot at the front of the mat. From this high plank, we'll go all the way on the belly. So you can bring the knees on the floor, or you can shift the weight forward, bend the elbows, and go all the way down on the belly. Leave your hands right, release the shoulders. Inhale, peel your chest away from the floor for a cobra. Inhale here and exhale. Come back on the forehead and on the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, rolling cobra. Open, shoulders down, chest forwards, and exhale down. And 1 more time. Press on the hands. Peel the chest away from the floor, shoulders down. Inhale and exhale, lower down. From here, we'll go back to a high plank. You can always use the knees. Inhale, high plank, and exhale, downward dog. And breathe. Almost there. Now inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Again, it can take several steps. Make sure that the left knee is on top of the right ankle. Back leg is strong. Come on the fingertips. Inhale, find your high lunge. Drop the shoulders down. And exhale, find your warrior 2. Let's settle in your warrior for a moment. So the left knee presses outward. My butt is not sticking out, but I really bring the tailbone down and the pelvis forwards. Press on the other edge of the back foot. Arm are strong, soft gaze. Use the core, you really want to engage the core. And see if you can sink a little deeper in that left knee so the left thigh is parallel to the floor. Deep breathing. Now straighten the left leg, get ready for triangle pose. The hips switch toward, the hips go towards the back of the room. You want to reach for something with your left hand. You want to reach, and when you can't reach anymore, triangle pose. Roll your chest open towards the ceiling. Bring your hips forward and your shoulders back. Imagine you have a glass window there and you really want to have the whole back of the body completely flat on that glass window. You can bring lightly the hand on the chin, but really use the core so you don't collapse. Gaze up or gaze down. Shoulders away from the ears. Now inhale, reach high with the right hand. Exhale, hands on the floor. Frame your foot. You can bring the right foot slightly more in for pyramid pose. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold over the left leg. Or you can stay halfway. Wherever you are, you will definitely feel a nice stretch in the back of the left leg. And again, make sure you bring the right hip forward and the left hip back so they're square. Deep breathing. Inhale halfway. Bend the left knee, slide the right leg back. Find your low lunge. Now find your high plank. We'll hold the high plank for 3, 2, 1. Knees on the floor and child's pose. I know you thought I was going to make you do like a push-up, but no. Hips towards the heels. Press the floor away from you so you can bring the hips closer to the heels and have a very nice stretch of the lower back. Now press on your hands. Come back to a tabletop position. Cross your ankles. Bring your hips back and shift your legs forward. Good. And from here we'll come to seated staff. Seated staff pose. So separate your legs just a little bit. Your heels, I mean. And then bring your hands right on each side of the hips. And gently press on your hands so you can straighten the arms and have a gentle squeeze in the shoulder blades and the chest open. Some people have very long arms. So if you have long arms, maybe you want to bring the hands to the side. Engage the core. Send the navel to the spine so you protect the lower back. Chest lifted, chin parallel to the floor. We'll stay here for a few deep breaths. Observe what you feel in the body. Observe the sensations. Now inhale, both arms up. And exhale, fall forward. Oh, and here actually, if you wanted, you could bring your towel behind the knees to have the knees slightly elevated. So if you're not comfortable in forward fold, you could do that. Have your hands fall somewhere, maybe the toes, maybe the ankles, maybe the shins, but don't lift them in the air. Engage the belly, so bring the navel in towards the spine, so you protect the lower back again. And so you have more space to bring the thighs and the chest together. Every time you inhale, you want to elongate the spine. And when you exhale, maybe you have a little bit more space to fold. Inhale, elongate, long, long spine. And exhale, fold. Now inhale halfway up to release. And exhale, release. Good. Now bring your hands behind you, next to you, so you can shift your butt forward to the front of the mat, because now we'll come on our back. So extend the arms in front of you, and here with a lot of control, and roll the spine on the mat, but really squeeze the belly. I want it to shake a little bit. You really want to go as slowly as you can, with a lot of control. Slowly. Slowly, and roll the spine on the mat and down. Good. Here we'll take a variation of bridge pose. So bring your heels towards your hips. Make sure you can touch the hips with the fingertips. And now send your arms back behind the head. Have the palm facing the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. Good. Now press on the feet. Inhale, bring the hips high. Stay here for a moment. Keep breathing. The chest goes towards the chin, but the chin goes away from the chest. Imagine there is a block between the thighs that you squeeze there. You squeeze the glutes and press the feet on the floor. Inhale and exhale, release. We'll do this twice more. Inhale, press on the feet, lift the hips. And exhale down, unrolling the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Go slowly. And one more time. Inhale, hips high. And slowly exhale. Bring the arms back. And now bring the knees to the chest and grab them with your arms. And here squeeze the knees to the chest and roll on the spine from side to side to massage the lower back. Now extend the arm, keep the knees towards the chest. You really want here to use the core, so you really maintain the contact with the thigh and the chest. Extend the arms 90 degrees. Now drop the knees towards the left and gaze to the right. Slow breathing and deep breathing. Now using the core, bring the knees back to the center. Now knees to the right and gaze to the left. Slow, deep breathing. Now squeeze the belly, bring the knees back to the chest, wrap your shin or your legs with your arms, and now lift the tailbone off the floor and roll yourself in a little ball. So lift the shoulders, use the core, bring the nose towards the knee, the forehead towards the knee, and squeeze here. You really want to squeeze yourself in that little ball, engaging the core. The lower back is not on the floor. The upper back is not on the floor. There is just the middle back on the floor. Take a big inhale. And you can exhale and release in Shavasana. Open the legs
as wide as you want, with the feet falling on each side of the mat. The hands, the arms are extended away from the rest of the body with the palm facing up. And here, make a fist with your hand and squeeze that fist, squeeze your hand. Now shrug the shoulders to the ears and squeeze. Squeeze your eyes, squeeze your forehead. Squeeze your jaw, squeeze your bum, squeeze your belly, squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your calf muscles, squeeze your feet. Squeeze, 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 squeeze as tight as you can. Create tightness, a lot of tightness in the body. Again, continue. Now take a big inhale. Exhale, release. Release all the tension. And here for the next few minutes, you can really allow yourself to ease into relaxation. We've created a lot of tension that we've released. We've created a lot of movement, and now we can find stillness. Find stillness in the body. Relax your feet. Relax the ankles and the calf muscles. Relax your thighs, your hips and your buttocks. Your lower body is completely still, relaxed, melting into the earth. Soften your belly, relax your chest. Relax your shoulders, your shoulder blades. The upper back, the mid back and the lower back. Relax the fingers and the hands. The forearms, the upper arms. Your upper body is completely still, relaxed, heavy. Now relax your neck, relax your jaw, relax your temples, relax your eyes, your eyebrows and your forehead. There are no movement in the face. It's completely still and relaxed. And now you can relax the mind. You can let go of any thoughts, let go of any worry, and stay present with your breath. To relax the mind wherever you are and whenever, just focus on your breathing. Without changing anything, you can just observe the breath. And then you can enter into the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, just by breathing, and be conscious of the breath. And if your mind drifts away, it's normal. That's what the mind does. Just gently tell yourself to come back to the breath. Now you can gently bring your attention back to the space where you are. Without opening the eyes, you can visualize the furniture, the colors, the ceiling, the walls. Maybe there is a window. Feel the air on your skin. Is it cold or is it warm? And now you can bring your attention back to the body and you can start to make little movements with the fingers and the toes. You can move the head left to right. Then you can extend the arms behind the head and you can stretch. In a deep inhale, you can yawn. And in your own time, bring the knees to the chest. Softly roll on the left side, the side of the heart. Taking your time, find yourself in a fetal position. And here you can come back to the intention you set at the beginning of the practice. What's brought you on your mat today? What could yoga do for you? And then you can gently press yourself back up to a seated position with your legs crossed and your eyes closed for one more moment. Find a gentle lift in the heart. Feel the flow of the breath going back to a vertical position. Now place your hands in front of your heart in the prayer position. You can thank your body for being healthy, strong and amazing and allowing you to do yoga tonight. And you can also thank yourself for making the time to be on your mat, taking care of your mind and the body. And together to close this practice, we'll chant the peace mantra Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can exhale all the air you have in the chest and in the belly. Now inhale deeply to chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale and exhale. May there be peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart and in your home. Namaste. Thank you everyone.